Hello, boys, girls, and fellow intellectuals. This is Reason, that voice in your head you should listen to. Now, I know I said that we would try to have a Q&A every 100 subscribers the channel gained, but that video with Mr. K was so awesome that Mr. Dapperton featured it on his channel, and my sub count basically doubled overnight. So, lo and behold, here is that Q&A. Enjoy. Buckman21 says, "Hey Reason, like your videos. Reminds me of Hoodie Demon. Wish you would make more too. But I did have a question for Reason's Q&A. This is something I've asked libertarians like Shane Killian, but haven't gotten a response. Where do libertarians stand on abortion? Or why would they be okay with it? If science shows that it is a life and a human, and libertarians and anarcho-capitalists follow the non-aggression principle, why would it be okay to end a human life? Mike the Cat has said that he is also anti-abortion, so I was wondering if maybe you can give me an explanation of your stance, or maybe why libertarians are okay with abortion, because it seems to be a clear violation of the non-aggression principle. Again, really wish Shane would answer this, but I would love to hear from you as well. Smiley face. Thanks, Buckman, and I'm more than happy to answer your question. So, if you've been watching me for a while, I usually talk about natural rights and how they work. So, with this question, there are two rights we need to focus on. The right to life and the right to self-ownership. They are not mutually exclusive, meaning without one, the other cannot exist. You own yourself, both your mind and physical being belong to you. You also have the right to life, seeing as the only way for that right to be violated is for you to be forcefully deprived of it. The child is not part of the mother. In fact, genetic testing shows this factor as the genetic code of the mother differs from that of the child, making them another person. Seeing as the child cannot make proper decisions based on mental development to sustain its own life, the relationship between the parent is trustee of the child, making them responsible for the child in a joint ownership-like capacity. Meaning to harm the child is still an act of aggression, even if you are the trustee. Also, I talked to Esoteric Entity about it, and he plans to make a in-depth video on it soon. If I missed anything, chances are he will cover it. So, link to his channel will be in the description. Dylan Goodman asks, what do you think of political scientists? Me personally, it's definitely a strange field, seeing as science is objective, yet politics are not. But to be completely honest, the field itself is interesting, but at the end of the day, they just work towards manipulating the world of politics. Me, myself, I tend to find politics to revolve around petty, self-centered goals. So I couldn't say all the positions that political scientists can fill are appealing from my worldview. But if you're looking at it as a job opportunity, it pays well. It really all depends on what your moral standards are. Mysterious Gamer Dude asks, on an unrelated topic, by the intro and outro music, I'd guess that you listen to metal. If so, do you like Metallica? If you do, what is your favorite album? Mine is Master of Puppets. Yeah, I enjoy metal as well as country, classic rock, and some nightcore. But as for Metallica, I do enjoy their music. I would have to say that Master of Puppets and Metallica are tied for first for my favorite albums from them. Tanya asks, what is your major issues with libertarian monarchism? It seems like people are turning towards this idea. Thanks. Thank you for the question. As for libertarian monarchism, the initial idea of voluntary hierarchy isn't the issue. The issue is that as an attempt to monopolize force under one person, it has a higher likelihood to devolve into the government libertarians are trying to get out from under today. There are a variety of factors that pointed to this conclusion. I drew this conclusion from what Hans Hermann Hoppe had explained in his book, Democracy, the God That Failed. I'll link the PDF version in the description. The Spoopy Serb asks, what is your opinion on theism versus atheism? What side are you on? That would be question 1 concerning religion. Good question. Me, myself, I'm a theist. A Christian to be specific. And no, I can't give you a very descriptive explanation why I believe there is a God. It's really based on my own experiences, and I know you can't use anecdotal evidence. Let me explain why you can't really scientifically prove there is a God. The supernatural is beyond the scope of what can be physically observed. But not only that, but most theists seem to be more agnostic than reluctant to believe. They want proof, but as I've stated, the supernatural is beyond the scope of what can be physically observed. So really, the only way to prove it to them would be a face-to-face with God himself or something along those lines. That's really all I have to say on that topic. I also tried to keep my channel and characters secular, seeing as the point of the channel is to explain anarcho-capitalism and expose stupidity through logical and objective reasoning. Joe Collett asks, Since anarcho-capitalism still lacks adequate support to make a transition on a national level, would it be possible, with the support it has by now, to establish a small town run entirely under anarcho-capitalism, with the additional goal, of course, of proof in action that it works? While that is an intriguing idea, the plan itself couldn't be used because it would go against the government's interest, and wouldn't be allowed to run without government interference. Anarcho-capitalists like me see two ways to establish anarcho-capitalism. One, we could have a representative take office and deregulate the government out of existence. Or two, we inform enough of the population of our philosophy and goal that one day the majority of government employees decide to no longer go to work and the government collapses under its own weight. So far it seems option 2 seems most probable. Well, that's all of the questions. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A and that I've satisfied your curiosity. As for a quick announcement, I'm going to be taking next week off as I am having a few personal things to take care of. It's nothing to worry about, and I'll still be active on my Twitter account. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And remember, stay reasonable.